How to Thwart Democracy 101. What you need to do is create a department within a democratically elected government that isn't accountable to anyone and give it the power to make laws. You can call this department the Supreme Court in order to make it sound really important and give it the job of mitigating constitutional issues. If you need an onerous piece of legislation passed in your favor, you can simply call it a constitutional issue and send it to the Supreme Court. It doesn't really matter what the people want or need, because they're no longer important. This is how we were handed down the decree that money is freedom of speech. Upon first glance, this law seems to be the product of improper bong water maintenance. Because how can money, an inanimate object used to purchase goods and services, have anything to do with freedom of speech? It seems absurd. It's only the first step. The second step was to declare that corporations are people. Basically, the Supreme Court has declared that all Americans are equal, but some Americans are way more equal than others. The upshot of these rulings is that American election cycles are never-ending. In other countries, the amount of money and time a political campaign can consume are limited. This prevents candidates who may propose taxes on rich people from getting financially buried by those same rich people who would turn around and fund smear campaigns against them. The amount of time the elections take in other countries is legally limited. I believe these countries are referred to as socialist hellholes by rich Americans. In the U.S., if you want to get elected, you need a humongous amount of money. What this does is protect the very rich against candidates who might, actually tax them. And it also protects corporations from having any laws passed that might adversely affect the bonus checks paid to board members. If a potential candidate says that maybe if you make 70% of the total income, you should pay 70% of the total tax load, this person's clearly a crazed, card-carrying, commie crackpot and should never get elected. Remember, kids, it's of the money, by the money, and for the money. And that's how you thwart democracy. You make freedom equal to money.